Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. It's nice that the first event we throw at the stadium is with this group of people, and we're honored to have you here, and thank you that we're starting early. This will probably be the first time an event here starts early. So thanks for everyone for coming. Truly an honor and humbling to be here on 9/11. We just want to thank you for everything you do to keep our community safe, everything you do to keep our families and loved ones safe. It's important. You don't hear it enough, especially now. So we just wanted to tell you we appreciate it, and thank you very much for everything that you do. Thank everyone else for being here. Obviously, the circumstances surrounding the start of the season are not ideal, but we are still very excited and proud of Allegiant Stadium. It's beautiful. It's better looking than the renderings, and a lot of people in this community were a big part of making it happen, and none more so than who I'm going to introduce right now. Michael was involved both in his previous position and in his current position in making sure this stadium got built safely, got built on time, and will be a treasure for this community for decades to come. So thank you, Michael. We appreciate it. Clark County Commissioner Michael Neft.
Good morning. Thank you so much, Mark. When I had initially called Mark Bedane to ask him if we could invite the heroes I'm standing with today to join us here on September 11th, I couldn't barely finish the sentence before he agreed. I think that speaks so much to the organization he's helped build, to their quality, their character, and really to the community partner that they are and that the Las Vegas Raiders will continue to be here in Southern Nevada. 19 years ago today, our nation was changed forever. Many of us can recall exactly where we were when we learned that 4 airplanes had been hijacked and used to attack targets in the United States. 2 of the planes were flown into the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York City. A 3rd plane hit the Pentagon just outside Washington, D.C., and the 4th plane crashed into a field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. 2,977 people were killed during the 9/11 terrorist attacks, and too many to count were injured and have sustained injuries to this day. That one moment in history has impacted the course of all of our lives. Here in Las Vegas, we felt the personal impact of losing Palo Verde High School teacher Barbara Edwards. We saw the challenges of shutting down the national airspace and an uncertain future. In the days that followed, we learned of the first responders who rushed into the wreckage as thousands ran out, of ordinary citizens who banded together to take down Flight 93 and save countless lives, of neighbors sheltering neighbors and restaurateurs preparing food for rescue workers. Through all of this, millions of Americans were inspired to action, including Trooper Jason Baretsuk, who is with us today. Trooper Baretsuk was working for a small airline in Massachusetts, going about his daily routine when the first plane struck. Like many of us, he was angry at first, but he turned that anger into service. He was inspired to join the United States Air Force and later the Nevada Highway Patrol. September 11th, 2001 touched all of us in different ways. Some, like Trooper Baretsuk and many that I'm standing with today, were called into military service. Others were drawn into the medical field in hopes of being able to save a life in need. Others still take this day each year as a day of service to give back to our community and to make the world a better place. While we all remember the events of 9/11 in our own way, I believe it is our responsibility to take this day to recognize the heroes among us, those that live in our neighborhoods and routinely put their life on the line. That is why I asked each of our first responding organizations here in Southern Nevada to nominate one individual to represent the thousands of police officers, firefighters, medics, those in our community who make up our emergency services. And I can tell you, I've never felt more safe in my life than I am right now, so I thank them so much. I'm honored to stand with them. And as I announce the names of the organizations that they represent, I'll ask them to take a step forward and wave and be acknowledged. AMR Las Vegas, Boulder City Police Department, CCSD Police, City of Las Vegas Department of Public Service, Clark County Fire Department, Clark County Park Police, Community Ambulance, Henderson Fire Department, Henderson Police Department, Las Vegas Fire and Rescue, Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, Medic West, the Mesquite Police Department, the Nevada Highway Patrol, and University Police Services. Please join me in thanking all of them and the organizations they represent. Their commitment to protecting our community is paramount, and as you can see by this representation, it takes a village and it takes so many people coming together to make our community safe, to welcome back the 43 million plus visitors to our community. And when we come to fill this stadium behind me, these are the people who are going to keep it safe. So this is personal for a lot of us. It's personal for me, and I'm just honored to share this day and acknowledge them as we should every day. I always ask everyone in our community, if you see a first responder out there, take a moment, thank them for what they do. They need it, and they need to know that they have that we have their back. At this time, I'd like to introduce Captain Kenneth Young and the Honor Guard for the National Anthem and the raising of our flag in honor of all those we've lost on September 11th, 2001, and the military conflicts that followed. It is in the tradition of our country that we raise the flag at this time. Thank you very much.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you so much. With more than 75 million Americans born since September 11th, 2001, it is vital that we never forget, but also that we continue to educate our students on the events that took place and the heroes that were born that day. Thank you for being here and help telling the story of the brave individuals who stand behind me and I stand with. Now I'm so grateful to the Las Vegas Raiders who've invited each of our special honored guests today to take part in a tour of the stadium and see this beautiful facility. Thank you very much, and please have a good day.
Beautiful job. Thank you.
Yeah. Keeping you busy?
Trying.
Morning, everybody. How we doing? Good.
Sorry.
Okay. You need me to hold it?
No, I can hold it for you. I just wanted to double check that it was running to get the scan.
Oh, okay. How's it going?
I guess, sir, if you wanted to start off talking about, what today meant for you guys, throw something special for local first responders.
It was nice that the first event was in honor of the first responders, police, fire, ambulatory, all the people that keep our community safe, keep our families safe. So the fact that we were able to host them this morning on 9/11 and give them a tour, I think is pretty special.
You all have vivid memories of that day, can you share your memories of that?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, it was 6 o'clock in the morning. We were in California, and you wake up to that shocking news. And obviously the terror and the fear that gripped the nation, and then the power of everyone to come back strong. But as I was sharing with some of the law enforcement officers, important to remember, important to keep it in people's memories. It's been 19 years. Today's news cycle is very, very fleeting and very fast. And as a country and as a world, we can't really forget what happened on that, and we need to honor the folks that were the heroes and went in and risked their lives and lost their lives to save others.
Can you talk a little bit about the significance of honoring our local first responders that you're out there?
This community's been amazing to us, and we've gotten to know them over the last 4.5 years. Saw the response after October 1, see the response on a daily basis. They've been involved in everything related to the stadium construction and planning, and be a big part of it from an operations standpoint. So they're very important to the Raider organization, always have been and always will be in the future.
What's next for you?
Yeah, so the group's getting a tour of Allegiant Stadium right now, so excited to show them our new home.
What does it mean to have the Raiders show the appreciation to our first responders and to say, hey, we really care about you from the heart? What does it mean to the Raiders?
Well, the Raiders have always had a very positive working relationship with law enforcement, with the military. That's been in our past, and it'll continue here. So the fact that we had representatives from every single department, I think, shows that continuity and that community spirit and that partnership that we have with them. Anyone else? No?
Talk about your season coming up Monday night.
Sorry, one more time?
In a couple of weeks, Monday night.
Oh, 10 days, opening day. Well, we have a game on Sunday, so like they say, you look at the opponent that's in front of you. So we're worried about the Panthers. The team gets on the plane in about 5 hours and heads back east, and look to go 1-0. Thanks. Good? Yeah, you got it.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, guys.
Guys, this is Captain Clay Haas. Copy back up. step a little closer to Mike. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yep. Can you just tell us your name and spell it?
My name is Captain Fred Haas, Fredhaas,
And you're with Metro?
with Las Vegas Metro.
Perfect. What does this day mean to you?
This day is very important to me. On 9/11 in 2001, I was in the academy here at Metro, just starting my career, and watching this community and this nation grieve was heartbreaking. To be here today, 19 years later, to watch the birth of the Las Vegas Raiders, to be a part of this as they come online and they come to play the games here and be a part of our community is just incredibly special.
Just to see the Raiders just step up, I mean, this is huge, and now you guys get to go on a tour of the stadium.
That's correct. So we're getting a tour of the Las Vegas Stadium today, as being recognized as a first responder in Las Vegas. It's hard to believe that this is here. We never thought sports would come here and be a part of this. It's just amazing.
Are you from Las Vegas originally?
I'm not.
And just seeing how the city grows, and just seeing how the Raiders has taken charge to be part of this community. What is your message to the city of Las Vegas of how important it is for all of us to come together on a day like this?
It's important for us to come together as a community with the Raiders, with the Knights, just as one another, to love one another, to be a part of one another, and care for one another. Having the violence that goes on, we don't see it here as much, but it's important that we don't do that here, that we be a part of a community, and that's taking care of each other.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Morning. Morning.
Lift up a little bit, yeah, a little more.
I was talking to Eric Poplar, and he said that you guys came to the Raiders and said, hey, let's do a memorial. Can you talk more about that?
I did. Well, in the weeks leading up to this commemoration, I called Mark Bedane of the Raiders, and before I could even finish my sentence and tell him what we wanted to do here today, he wholeheartedly agreed and was willing to offer the stadium as the host facility for this incredible day where we can not only commemorate the lives of all those we lost on the attacks in 9/11, but also, and I think equally important, that we honor those heroes that are with us every single day, that get up every morning in our local community here in Southern Nevada, put on their uniform and get out there and help keep this economy going, keep us safe for visitors to come. And when this stadium is filled, hopefully soon, they will be the key people who help keep it safe.
Who were you during 9/11?
I was my freshman year of high school at Las Vegas Academy. I recall riding the bus on the way to school and first finding out, it was in the early days, I think, of text messaging. And you first started getting all the scattered reports, and then throughout the day, every teacher handled it a little differently. Most put the TV set on and just allowed us to sort of watch the news and absorb it all. But no doubt being a part of that generation impacted my life. It's part of what made me want to get involved in public service, and it's certainly what added to the respect that I have for those in law enforcement and our first responders.
What is your message to the Las Vegas community? How important it is to definitely appreciate our first responders and to remember this day?
Well, I think it's important on days like this, but it's really important that every single day we take the opportunity to thank firefighters, medics, police officers who are willing to sacrifice and put their life on the line, and the contributions that they and their families make in order to keep us safe, keep our economy thriving and growing. Thank you so much. Thank you all for being here. Thank you.
Sir, whenever you introduce myself, I'm going to review let's see. I can see you. I cover public safety, so you'll see me. Hey, have a great day, okay?
Oh, no problem.
It's been 15 years since I You figure.